Hi guys, hope you're having a good night. It's Friday. The HTVRONT hat press and the phone press did come in. First, I did did a video of the unboxing. Things in a little array because things were not there that was supposed to be there. HTVRONT does that a lot. Not really any instructions as you would expect. It's very frustrating. Um, the I'm gonna redo the videos and show you guys tomorrow. I've got them unpacked and I have tried to use them. And the reason why I did not do the video with you guys today was because there was the lack of instructions as usual. There was, like I said, missing stuff out of the phone cases. They did not give me any of the Android cases, which of course, you pay extra for if you want both, and we didn't get any Android cases. We didn't even get a mixture. I got a pack of all the same. Now, I did also pay for a pack of all the same for the phones we have right now, but the one that was supposed to come with it, they just gave me a pack with all the same size cases, and they were all for an iPhone as well. So didn't get any Androids, even though they sent the two plates, one for the Android and one for the iPhone. That was a little frustrating. So also, like I said, there was lack of instructions in the phone case. That was had me going down the rabbit hole of how in the world do I use this, YouTubing it to death. And of course, you get all the sponsors who rat and rave about how they did this the first time. Well, I tell you what, if they were just drop shipped, just like I was, a box at the front door that you opened by yourself with the instructions they gave you, they did not do it by themselves. I know there is one creator who has talked about that. She's able to video someone at HTVRONT at any time she needs assistance with her devices, and she does push HTVRONT a lot. I like her a lot. I'm not gonna call her out. I like her a lot. But at least she's admitted that she has to video call them to troubleshoot stuff. She's not lying about that. So I give her mad respect. The ones that will get on there and lie to you and tell you that, oh, this was so easy. I did it the first time. It was perfect. Look at this. Yeah, 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 yeah. Bull crap. Bull crap, guys. Let me tell you something. I've spent all day. It is 10:50 10:50 right now. Okay, 10:50 p.m. So I've been working on this for about 6 hours, 6 hours. Now, of course, I've had to take breaks because I'm frustrated. And you have to walk away for 10 minutes and come back to the situation. But I was determined to figure it out because I was really excited to have these products. Now, the hat press was a breeze. Okay, hat press, it did not have instructions. I did have to Google how long, the temperature, and all that stuff, but it is very straightforward. I mean, it literally, you can't mess that one up because you print an image from anywhere, any sublimation image, or have you a DTF or whatever. I printed out me a sublimation image. I Googled what size for the hat press, printed that bad boy out, slapped it on that hat, and put it on there, and it came out. Oh, y'all want me to show y'all real quick? Hold on. Here's the hat. I don't know what this is. It must have been something um in my piece of doggone tape. Now, of course, this was my first hat and first try with it, okay? So now, for my liking, I would have liked it to come up a little bit higher because this is too close to the line, in my opinion, right? and we could have went a little bit bigger. But overall, for the first try, I think that was pretty good. And I want to also remind y'all, this is one of those hats from Hobby Lobby that we paid $1.49 for. Okay, so it's also not a great quality hat, but I don't think this turned out awful under the circumstances. Um, this is my summer life for real. I have a tanning bed and I stay in that bad boy in the summer. I try to stay in the winter too, but it doesn't. It can get cold in there. So anyway, I wanted to show y'all this. I got y'all up on the screen here. I can't get the way my desk and my computer screen is pretty big, so it's kind of hard to get y'all at a different angle. I'm trying to show y'all a little bit. I can't remember what it looks like when you first come into the app, but anyway, you're going to go here and add device. Now, because I've messed around with this app and I have to mess around with it, I'm going to start messing with my laser myself again, because maybe I can figure out how to do it, because I do have more time to research and stuff. But okay, so we're going to click phone case, right? So I did figure this out. So we're going to go to design. So let me see if I can move y'all just a little bit, like getting y'all seasick here. I'm going to zoom y'all in for this piece, okay? Well, maybe I'm going to zoom y'all in. Let me see. Whoa, that did not work as planned. Let's see. Sorry, my desk is a mess. I'm telling y'all today, I've just been at it, my wits' ends. Okay, so I got my heat press up here, right? And then you got your iPhone, your Samsung, your Google stuff. I don't know what these things are, but you're going to go down here to this flat right here, okay? And then you can plug in anything you're going to put in there. You got, your ceramic coasters, your slates, coasters, your badges, keychains, whatever it is, right? Luggage tags. So I did badge today. Let me show y'all why I did the badge. Let me show y'all. I'm gonna show you two things. Ooh, we about throw the thing in the floor. Okay, so here's when you do the badges. Okay, so nowhere did I find in the instructions or on their website how you worked turning this device on. Now I knew in the videos I've heard people talk about you turn the top the top plate on, your bottom plate on, things like that. But how? Because it was a little difficult. Now I did watch a couple of videos that talked about something being red and something being yellow, and I watched for those signs. I watched for different things. Now here's what I found with this image thing here. This is for 3 of the badge buttons, the ones that have like a pin that you stick on your, on your shirt or whatever. Okay, let me see if anything I uploaded today is saved on here. Let me see. Yeah, that's the library. You would think what I saved, what I downloaded up here myself was on here. Ugh. Well, sugar bears. Let me just show y'all with this crazy cat, okay? Which might not be as crazy as me trying to put in an image myself, but this is what you got to do. So we got to get this cat down. We got to turn it. Now keep in mind, see how these this is this way. The badges are facing this way. Your pin's this way, so we've got to rotate. You've got to rotate this. Now this took me a lot of like looking into things and looking at the design and going back into, because it was frustrating. Okay, so watch this. You've got to get that green line filled in. See what I'm saying? Can y'all see the green line in the pink or red line? Okay, so now we've got to get this image to get the cat in this picture, but also cover up this whole area. See what I mean? So is this not a pain in the rumpus? Okay, so I wish that it would have saved. Let me get it out of the trash can for y'all. Hold on. And when I say trash can, you guys, it's my craft room garbage. It's just paper. So don't think I'm crazy. I am crazy, but not that. So here's what I ended up doing. Um, this is the film after it didn't work. But anyway, I managed to get these two images, and I had to get it in this one and this one down here, and I just had to take this pin out all together because nothing I could seem to do. I even went in Canva, I went in Cricut, I went I edited some pictures in my phone. I did everything I could to get it to work, okay, to get this image to go in here at a decent rate. And so no matter what I did, I was leaning in here on both images, right? And it was in the middle of this, and then of course sublimation is going to leak in there, and so this one wasn't going to work, so we get the time for me. Now, I understand this is trial and error. We got to figure this out. But that was frustrating, okay? It took me a while. But like I said, I managed to get two of the main Hello Kitties on here. I wanted to try at least two things to not waste a paper, right? I did buy myself, it came with 5 of the papers, and I did buy myself an extra 60 pieces pack. And because we bought a bundle deal, they did give me a coupon for I think $50 off of 100 or something like that. I can't remember. So if tomorrow I work with this some more, I do okay, then I'll probably go ahead and buy like 100 or the 120 pack or whatever the heck they are. One of the bigger bundles, because you might as well while they're on the discount and you have the coupon, because they are working together. So anyway, by the way, I have a Epson printer. Um, don't quote me on this. I think it's an 8720 or 8740. Let me see if it shows up on here. I think it's an 8720. I don't want to do that because it's going to print. I don't want it to print. Anyway, I can look if anybody wants to know that I changed over to sublimation. You know that I made it a sublimation printer. It was never anything else. Fantastic, by the way. I think we paid for maybe $500 for it at the time. It's been fantastic, and it fed this paper just fine. It just like it does the DTF transfer hack. Mine feeds fine. I don't have to put tape on it. I don't have to put a sheet behind it. I've never had problems with any of that with mine. Okay. So anyway, so this you printed on the matte side, I found. And so now when I'm going to the settings, for the love of God, I could not figure out how to get both plates set right on the right timer. And then I could not get the seconds to go to the 3:30 where it says that badge was supposed to be at 3:30. I could not get that. I could not get it to do it. So it got to, I think it was 20 degrees lower than it recommended, and it went 100. It went to 430 seconds instead of 330 seconds. So I said, well, let's just see what happens. So I did the thing. I put the the film on the top to let it rest. I did the let it get warm, it says. Then when the bottom is warmed up is when you put the tray and stuff in. Found that in videos. So I did that. Then I put the image over. So now that paper, before it was melted, so to speak, was harder to see through. So you're trying to look through the image and middle that image up on that badge, which was a little bit difficult. It's not impossible, and as y'all can see my Cricut light hanging down over there. That's another one of my workstations. That's my big square workstation, and the stuff on my pegboard is missing because it's in a tote from going to the craft fair. I haven't put all the stuff back. It's craft fair season around here, so I need to sign up for some more as well. I haven't put stuff back. So anyway, that's a whole nother little craft section I got, which has my press and all these things. The new presses I got today will go over there. So I put it on there and I just said, let's see what happens. So I put it on there, let it work its thing, and it beeps. I heard this suction going, and I sat there and I was making sure nothing burnt because, like I said, the timing was off. So I sat by and watched it, and when it beeped, I opened it up. And of course, the paper, if you've watched the videos, the paper is usually stuck to the product. Well, the paper was not stuck to the product because, well, it didn't really do anything. So, I mean, it had a very faint image behind it on those things. I should have brought them over here to show y'all. I'll show y'all tomorrow. So anyway, they were very light, you know. And we've all supplemented. If you supplemented, we've all supplemented a little light at some point in doing it. Because sometimes we're guessing, you know, the time and temperature with different machines anyway. So anyway, I decided to put the the image was hardly messed with, like, you know what I mean. So I decided to put it back in there and flip it over and said, oh, well, let me see if it was because I didn't put it in properly, even though I thought it said matte side down in the video. So I flipped it over and I put the shiny side down because the paper was not bent up or anything at this point. So I stuck it back in again and pushed the button and let it do the 4 minutes and 30 seconds. And at the 10 degree lower temperature. And it did not tape again. And so after I took it out, and again, I heard this suction stuff. So after I took it out, I was playing with the setting thing, trying to see if I could figure out why, you know, what I did wrong. Why did because I felt like just from feeling it, even with my gloves or putting my hand towards it, right, that the bottom was not as hot as the top part seemed to be. So clearly, figuring out how to fix the settings is a little difficult because apparently you're waiting for one color light to put it on whatever you need for the top or the bottom, and you wait for the other light to do the opposite side. And I never noticed that they changed colors. Now that could be because I mashed something wrong. This was from watching several videos that I got as far as I got. So anyway, I played around with it trying to see if I could figure out the settings, and I still could not. And my husband said, "You're getting frustrated with it. You know, you've been at this for a while. Let it go for the night. Just let it go." And then, so I said, "All right, you know, I'll just take a break." And I said, "But I want to show you one more thing." see here. How do you go back to this? So anyway, I was not successful, obviously. Um, I admit that I do think some of it's user error. Don't kid yourself. But this just goes to prove to me. I don't know how anybody else feels, but this is just showing me that either A, we are really being lied to by these big YouTubers that are getting all this stuff for free and being paid to do these advertisements to sell us these products. That's not why I bought them. It was not because someone gave me a coupon code or any of that stuff. I had been looking at them long before I ever started watching YouTube videos with this stuff. This is how I was just looking. I started watching the videos because I was doing research on all these things, right? So me wanting it had nothing to do with anybody influencing me by any means, but I have seen people buy stuff because they are influenced by one of their favorite YouTubers. Now, again, I do not hate the hustle. Make your monies, girls. Make your monies. Do what you got to do, but don't. I just don't appreciate the fact of really being lied to over the fact of you know they did it the first time. They that it was so easy. Um, their software is so friendly. So on and so forth because they're telling us lies. And I understand. I, I don't know. I guess this is where I have the problem with if you are a huge YouTube channel, and that's fantastic, right? If you're a huge channel, you're already making money. And then and off the revenue of the ads and stuff on the YouTube. But when you're getting paid by these companies to tell an honest review, let me tell you, if somebody came to me and said, "Hey, I want you to test my product and give it," I'm gonna say, "Hey, can I do an honest review?" I mean an honest review because if they tell me yes, it's in that contract that I can tell you an honest review. I'm gonna tell you what I just told you just now. That's an honest review. That is the truth. Not me sitting here baiting you and telling you, oh, how easy it is, how it's so this and how it's so that. It's not. It's not at all. And um, I just don't like that. Now, I understand these influencers are selling us whatever and what have you, and they're getting paid good money to lie to us. But it is a little frustrating because some people might really want that product and they may not have the knowledge, the resources to spend on this. Film is expensive, and they may not have the resources to waste 20 sheets of it. It only comes with 5 in the kit to start with. Okay, you're going through 5, I guarantee you, before you figure out how to use the machine. Okay, so you got to have money then also to buy the product. I've seen a lot of people say, I wish I had the money to buy this. I'm saving to buy these things like that in comments of these YouTubers. And so they've saved their money. They've managed to buy this machine that came with 5 sheets, okay? And you're hoping that you, in that kit, you might get lucky enough to get your own phone case, right? Or you might can buy one on Etsy for like $4 or $5 blank. Because I've seen that you could do that. Haven't looked, but anyway, then all of a sudden this person has to go and buy film. Now, I watched a video where I was told that there is not, I mean, they said, I didn't say it was, I wasn't told, it was a general statement, I guess. There is no generic film for this yet. Now, I don't know that personally. I've not looked. Okay. With something like this, I would go to the company. Now, I'm not going to lie, I've tried HTV's sublimation paper, their sticker paper, and things like that. I don't care for it. I don't think it's good quality. Actually, my free gift for buying my little bundle deal was a pack of sublimation paper. I don't want to, I won't even open it. I don't like it. I use a sub. Great quality, does great prints, does great sublimation. So I won't go there. But my point is, if you guys are struggling to buy something that you think is easy and you think it's going to be a quick and easy way to figure something out, and you're able to save that, I don't know, $300-400, I don't remember what it was, and you're able to save that, and you're hoping because you bought that kit with that 5 sheets of paper, and you're going to get 6 phone cases, that you're going to be able to make at least the 5 products to sell. That's probably not reality. Um, some people are really much better at computers. I've never lied that I'm not good at it. It has been a struggle for me to learn things. It took me a little while to learn Canva. I thought I was going to go crazy trying to learn Canva. It was a lot of videos and a lot of trying, you know what I mean? And sometimes I find that even when you adjust your sizes to their custom size, it still doesn't fit your tumbler correctly. You know, you just have to cut a little bit and cut a little bit and hope that, you know, get it where it needs to go. But it happens. Like, you know, so the program is not 100% correct, you know, but um, pretty close. I mean, I'm not going to knock Canva by any means, but um, I like a lot of things about it. But anyway, I just wanted to share with y'all. Now this hat press, I was pretty impressed with it. I think it's $159, $169. I think I went on their website looking for instructions today, and I think they had a $30 off coupon, or maybe, I don't know. Don't quote me on that. It was 30. There was some kind of a coupon code for it to have a few dollars off of it. Um, that I think that, I mean, that is easy if you want to make hats that you don't need any software really. You just need as long as you can do sublimation or get you a decal, that one's pretty easy. You just slap that sucker right on the thing. I'll do a video tomorrow and show y'all. Now I can't remember how you get back. I was trying to see how do I go back to show y'all what the phone cases look like. How do I get this to go away? Can I delete it? Nope, but that came up. So that worked, guys. Look, okay, let's go back to iPhone. So I got a 16 Pro Max right now. Okay, so go away, little kitty. Um, so can y'all see the outline? You got to have this outline, and then here's your phone. Okay. So I struggled again to try to find an image that you could get through here and here. You know, well, it has to go all the way out here because this cannon will wrap around the sides. But basically, you might could put like a small text or something up here, I would guess. But you basically you're going to have to do an image from here down. You know, and I have seen people do some small words up here or what have you, but of course, everybody has a different phone, and the camera of this causes a bigger issue because it's bigger and it takes up a lot more space. But so I have not been able to figure out an image yet for this. Um, I could probably design something that would work. I also have Procreate on my app. What the heck is that thing called? My tablet, uh, Pro, iPad Pro. Oh heck, I don't know. I think that's what it's called, but I have Procreate on there, and I have a ton of images on that. Because my son does tattooing, and so he was able to share a lot of images that he's paid for drawing on it with me, and so it's pretty cool. I haven't messed around with it a lot yet, but that might be what I do with this to make my phone case. But we will walk through the steps tomorrow, and I will show y'all what it looks like, and and what I'm talking about. This is not trying to be like a down and out, because like I said, I don't I don't hate their hustle, and I don't hate that they're getting paid for to do something, but my ethics could not lie to you no matter how much they paid me, because that's, unfortunately, you're selling your soul to the devil, so to speak, right? You know what I mean? You're like, you know that you did not do this in the first try. You know it was not easy. You know all these things, and you've been doing this long enough that you know how to edit that video really doggone good. So it doesn't show you how there's been 500 errors. You know what I mean? Joking about the 500, but anyway. So that's just my piece. Like, I don't. It's not about them getting paid by any means. They got families to support and things like that, and that's okay. But it's just, it really does suck when people have to sit and lie. Just, instead of that, these companies say that they'll let you give an honest review, but obviously they don't, because I've only heard one person get frustrated with I won't even say what it is. It's the HTV paint thing. And she got so frustrated, and she's like, you know what? I just don't know how to do this. And I was proud of her, because you could tell she was struggling by her face. And I was proud of her that she said it. And I hope she still got paid for that, because that was the most honest thing she could have done or said. And to be on, you know what I mean? To be real about it, because this is this is also other people's money, and this is how I think about it. Like, if you're struggling and you need something, or you want something to keep your business or to start a business and stuff, and then you get something, and it, like I said, it cost you way more than you expected, then that's sad. It just hurts my heart that people are in this position, and I've said it before on videos, and I don't know if it's ones I've posted or ones I've ended up deleting, but I know a girl that watched some videos. I was watching the same follower. I was following the same YouTuber that she was. We became friends, and she had bought a lot of products, paper products and stuff from this, because this person recommended them. And she wasted her money. They were terrible. They were terrible. And unfortunately, before I knew her, I could have told her they were terrible. I had already tried those. Um, and now she was just out the money, you know. I don't know where she bought them from or what have you, but sometimes, like, I think I've said this in a video too, but I purchased some of my stuff from Amazon, my paper products and things like that. So if I open it and feel the quality, and the quality just stinks, I pack that sucker right back up and I send it right on back. because I'm not even going to try it because it sucks. Now, if it feels like it's okay, it seems fine, and I just use one piece of the paper or what have you, and it really is crap, I will send them a little customer service thing and tell them that, I did use this. It was terrible. Um, why it was terrible, blah, blah, blah. Send them a picture. And then I usually do send it back and get a refund. Now, I will do that. But I will only use like one sheet out of it because, I mean, I don't, you shouldn't use a whole pack and then return it. That's just wrong. Or half the pack and then say you didn't like it. You knew you didn't like it from the get go. Um, so anyway, that's just how I feel like. And, you know, while one person is making money, someone else might be suffering because of not telling the truth about the products. Is my general point of the situation that took me 35 minutes to tell y'all, I guess, right? But anyway, if y'all have questions of what products and you want to see what the products do or how they are, as I've always said, I'm an open book. Just ask and I can show y'all what I use, which I do plan to show you guys things that I do use. I think I do have an Amazon storefront thing. I could link that of what products that I've found good. I wish there was one that you could add the things that I would say do not get. Um, the reviews, sometimes just is not that helpful, because people do get paid by Amazon too to sell you products. So that kind of sucks trying to read the reviews and pull yourself through it. And I don't know if you know this, if you've noticed it, but if you scroll up a little bit on your Amazon order thing, um, I didn't notice this until our account went to a business account though, that it'll tell you that it's a frequently returned item on a lot of things. I've seen that's happened a lot since our account went to. I don't know if it was a coincidence that it's when it turned to business or whether it was happening. It's happening on the regular form now, um, or not. It might have been, kind of in the same time frame that they added that feature. I don't know. Um, but it'll tell us now. So I'm like, oh, if I'm looking for something, I'm like, yikes! I'm glad I saw that before I paid for it. Anyway, this has been long enough. So that's what happened today with me not showing you guys the stuff. I will show y'all tomorrow. We'll go over and I'll show you the video of the machine and what I'm talking about with the lights and how it's a little crazy. Um, and we can do a hat together. And I did a little sample. I have a sample shirt that I do my oh, I didn't drop this picture. This video, I'll drop it when I post this one. I went back to Hobby Lobby today and got some more stuff, and my last trip for a while. Um, and I got some puff vinyl because I've never had it before, and I noticed these couple of pretty patterns, and and I noticed that it was puff, and I've never used puff vinyl, and but I don't buy this brand usually either. But can y'all see the patterns? I don't have my thing on because I was showing you on my screen. I grabbed these two guys. So I just cut a little square out and I put it on my sample shirt to see if it actually puffed up, and I was impressed. So I'm gonna make it. I'll do a pattern so we can press that tomorrow. And I made a blanket for my friend today that I will show you guys tomorrow. I have to do better about getting the angles. I need to buy a different tripod because I don't have one that is strong enough to hold the phone up in certain angles, because I did try to video all of this earlier and it was frustrating. So I need to buy a different iPod so that the phone's not too heavy when it has the camera, I mean the light and the all the little devices hooked to it. Anyway, I've rambled enough. Sorry. I'm a little hyper today doing some serious rambling. Um, Hope y'all have a great night and a great weekend. Do something fun, enjoy your children, and or your hopefully you're off for the weekend. And I'll be posting some videos, so just watch out for them if you're interested. And like I said, we'll get to some jewelry making and stuff because I saw that that is one of the top things people are searching for when they find my videos is wanting to learn how to make bracelets. So I will show you guys that, as well as now I've gotten all this stuff to make some earrings and stuff. So we'll go through all those different things. But if y'all are interested, it does look like this. I am terrible with spelling it. Let me see if I can find something that has the how you spell it. I don't know if it's Lock Leak or anyway, it's LOKLIK is the website for this stuff. So you can download it and make an account because they also have a machine sort of like a Cricut as well, and they have designs and stuff in there, and it's free. And you guys can play around with this app too to see how it does. If you were interested in buying any of their equipment, play around with the app and see what it does because all you got to do is download it on. You can, well, obviously I put it on the computer, but you can put it on anything. It says it asks you what device, what kind of device you want to put it on. So you guys could take a look if you were interested in any of the HTV products or just want to look at another place to get free images or what have you, because all of it seems to be free from what I've noticed in the videos I watched. So anyway, have a great night, guys. Bye.